Welcome back to Elite Jamaica. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Alex. And today's video is a story that involves beauty, greed, betrayal, and a cold-blooded murder that sent shockwaves all over the world. Now, we have seen our share of true crime stories on the TV and on social media. But this is a case not a lot of people knew about. It is filled with twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seats. So if you want to see more videos like these, please hit the like button and let's explore the case of a Jamaican beauty queen turned murderer. In the early 1980s, Denise Davidson, a dazzling Miss Jamaica finalist and renowned swimsuit and calendar model, was living a seemingly idyllic life, bound by matrimony to Dr. Louis Davidson, a fellow Jamaican. However, it was the discovery of a shocking secret, the existence of another man's child within her, that birthed the sinister seeds of a murder conspiracy. Born in 1960 in Kingston, Jamaica, Denise Davidson was the third of 7 children. Her innate beauty was her passport to a world of opportunity. The early 1980s marked the beginning of a new chapter in Denise's life. She crossed paths with an ambitious young medical student named Louis Davidson. At 22, Denise fell in love with Louis, who was 27 at the time, and both shared their roots in Kingston, Jamaica. In 1982, the couple tied the knot and embarked on a journey to the United States, settling in Tampa, Florida. They soon welcomed a daughter, Natalie, into their lives. While Denise took on the role of a homemaker, Louis ascended the professional ladder, becoming the head of emergency room pediatrics at Bayfront Medical Center in nearby St. Petersburg. However, as time passed, the foundation of their marriage began to crumble, leading to the initiation of divorce proceedings in October 1993. Interestingly, in the midst of the couple's separation, love found its way back into their lives. Louis had found solace in the arms of his emergency room co-worker, Patricia Denino, while Denise had embarked on romance with Jamaican club owner Leonardo Leo Cisneros. It seemed that both had moved on from their past. But this semblance of peace shattered on the fateful afternoon of January 25th, 1994. Police officer Eli J. Artzig was on patrol when he received a distressing call concerning a dead body at the Thunder Bay Apartments in northern St. Petersburg. It was Patricia Denino who informed Artzig that the victim was her fiancé, Dr. Louis Davidson, who was only 39 years old at the time. What Artzig discovered inside the apartment was the stuff of nightmares. Louis lay lifeless in a bathtub filled with warm, bloody water. He was found blindfolded, gagged, and hogtied, his hands and feet bound behind him with an electrical cord stripped from a vacuum cleaner. An autopsy later revealed a gruesome account of Louis's final moments: 3 broken ribs, facial bruising, and numerous lacerations on the back of his head, likely caused by a blunt object. However, his cause of death was drowning, as indicated in court documents. Intriguingly, investigators came across a size 9 void shoe print in the apartment, suggesting an unexpected and violent intruder. Despite the chaos left behind, a bag containing $19,300 in cash was oddly left untouched, diminishing the possibility of a mere robbery. Patricia Denino revealed that she had spoken to Louis that morning, and when she couldn't reach him in the afternoon, she went to his apartment only to discover the gruesome scene. Adding to the puzzle, Louis had been receiving a suspicious number of hang-up calls recently, leading detectives to suspect that someone was closely monitoring his movements. The intrigue deepened when detectives learned about the bitter divorce between Louis and Denise. The custody battle for their daughter had intensified, with Denise even threatening to return to Jamaica with the child. Denise's denial of any involvement in her husband's death seemed unwavering first when interviewed by detectives at her Tampa home. She insisted that despite their impending divorce, Louis was the father of her daughter and that she had no motive to wish him harm. Denise narrated how she had met her current boyfriend, Leo Cisneros, during a trip back to Jamaica. She claimed that he was in Jamaica at the time of her husband's murder. As detectives delved deeper into the shady world of Leo Cisneros, they uncovered his connections with Jamaica's notorious shower posse. He had been previously arrested during a traffic stop in Georgia, and a warrant for trafficking narcotics was now hanging over him. The web of intrigue continued to unravel when investigators placed Denise under surveillance and subpoenaed her financial records. Bank records unveiled a startling revelation that over 6 months she had made 21 payments, totaling over $15,000 through Western Union to a man named Robert Roy Gordon and a woman named Carol Kayson. Robert Gordon's criminal history was exposed, and he was known to be an associate of Leo Cisneros. It became clear that a network of connections was starting to emerge. To dig deeper into the mystery, detectives initiated a wiretap on Denise's phone. Records unveiled an astonishing 52 calls to a pager on the morning of the murder. More intriguingly, the mobile phone that returned these calls was one she had purchased herself. Police managed to trace this mobile phone from outside Louis Davidson's apartment to a Days Inn on the other side of Tampa Bay. Witnesses at the Days Inn pointed the finger at Robert Gordon, who had shared a room with a white woman sporting blonde hair. As the investigation continued, an unexpected twist came to light. Among the items left behind by the hasty guests at the Days Inn was a pair of blood-splattered size 9 white sneakers and a grey sweatshirt. Remarkably, the blood and other fibers found on the sweatshirt were matched to Louis Davidson. It was further established that just a day before the murder, Denise Davidson had used her credit card to purchase a pair of size 9 white sneakers and a grey sweatshirt from a Walmart near her Tampa home. On February 28, detectives traveled to Miami and arrested Robert Gordon, charging him with first-degree murder in the death of Louis Davidson. The pursuit of justice was relentless. The narrative took another dramatic turn when detectives arrived at the home of Carol Kayson, finding her in the company of a man who initially went by the name Tony Bowens. However, a fingerprint check would unveil Bowens' true identity as Merrill McDonald, a 47-year-old man with an outstanding warrant for drug-related charges. While Kayson admitted to receiving money on behalf of McDonald, it was eventually determined that she had no direct involvement in the murder. Tragically, due to a paperwork mix-up, McDonald was released before he could be charged with murder. He fled to New York, where he was apprehended 7 months later, as reported by the Tampa Bay Times. The investigation continued with a close eye on Denise Davidson, who was contemplating fleeing the country, as revealed through wiretaps. On a fateful morning on March 4, 1994, her surveillance team observed her making her way to the Tampa International Airport. It was a pivotal moment when, as Mike Salona recounted, authorities arrested her on the spot and charged her with first-degree murder in her husband's death. Simultaneously, Mark DeSaro journeyed to Jamaica to interview Leo Cisneros. Despite a desire to apprehend Cisneros on the spot, an arrest warrant remained elusive. However, DeSaro's conversation with Cisneros revealed a startling admission. He posed a question. Quote, "What would happen if I told you I sent somebody there to beat him up and they just got carried away?" End quote. In a dramatic turn of events, another character in this intricate drama was apprehended in Jamaica and charged with first-degree murder. She soon made a decision that would have a significant implication for the case. She agreed to testify against her co-defendants. Shore's testimony would unveil a story that, while not exonerating her, offered a different perspective. She revealed that she had met Robert Gordon and Merrill McDonald after encountering them at Ilaya Park Racing and Casino outside Miami. Importantly, she claimed to be unaware of any murder plot. In a shocking twist, Shore disclosed that she had agreed to drive Gordon and McDonald to Louis Davidson home for the sum of $100. After the murder, she transported them back to the Days Inn. Additionally, details emerged suggesting that Ciceronus and Davidson had rendezvous with them at the hotel. Despite her involvement, Shore's charges were reduced to accessory after the fact, leading to her receiving probation. Her decision to testify offered authorities a vital piece of the puzzle that was slowly coming together. Thanks to Shore's statements and newfound leads, law enforcement officials were finally able to secure an arrest warrant for Leo Cisneros. The noose was tightening around the perpetrators, but a significant obstacle remained. Cisneros had vanished, his whereabouts an enigma that perplexed investigators and fueled public intrigue. As detectives dug deeper into the labyrinthine motivations behind the murder of Dr. Louis Davidson, they stumbled upon a motive that added a layer of complexity to the case. Denise Davidson, it was revealed, was carrying Leo Cisneros' child, and a substantial life insurance policy worth $400,000 loomed in the background. This shocking revelation raised the questions about the true depths of the conspiracy. With every layer they uncovered, the investigators uncovered a story of deceit, greed, and murder that sent shivers down the spine of the public. On September 16, 1994, Denise Davidson faced the consequences of her actions. She was found guilty of first-degree murder and subsequently sentenced to life in prison, marking the end of her glamorous life's chapter. Merrill McDonald and Robert Gordon, both found guilty of first-degree murder, were sentenced to death and are currently on Florida's death row. Their fate hung in the balance as their legal battles continued. Meanwhile, the elusive figure at the center of this complex tale, Leo Cisneros, remained a fugitive, and his first-degree murder charge loomed over him. His whereabouts continued to confound investigators, adding an element of suspense to the narrative, which was far from being resolved. The story of Denise Davidson, the Jamaican beauty queen turned murderer, continues to captivate those who delve into the darker corners of human nature. It stands as a reminder that behind the facades of beauty and charm, there may hide the most sinister secrets, as well as a testament to the relentless pursuit of justice by those who refuse to let heinous crimes go unsolved. If you found this video interesting or informative, please give it a thumbs up, and you can also leave your feedback in the comment section down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Elite Jamaica, consider doing so by clicking the subscribe button. As always, y'all stay blessed, and thank you for watching.
Elite Jamaica. Don't forget to drop a like and a comment. Don't forget to subscribe.